with BTA. Today I'm going to show you how to do a flow test on an excavator, and also something on these Hyundai excavators. They changed the pattern that you have to use with the hydraulic breakers. I'm going to show you the buttons, the functions. Hopefully it will help you. So if you look inside of the cab and you see this operating sticker, you have to select your operating mode, and then over here it tells you that you have to use the button on the bottom of the joystick, and that's gonna be on your right hand joystick on the bottom. So this is gonna be to operate the hammer now. And once again, this is an old AL machines. Alright, so I'm gonna talk to you about the process and how these flow meters work. So this is gonna be your pressure side. So when you connect it into the excavator, this is gonna be on your left hand side hose, and this is gonna go on your return, which is gonna be the right side of the excavator if you're standing from the cabin on this direction. The flow meter is gonna show you your temperature, your pressure. On this side it will also show you the gallons per minute. When you connect it, I told you have to do a free flow test. So what you do, you have to open the knob, turn it all the way to the left. That's on the open position. And the first test that you're gonna do is called a free flow. So the free flow, what it's gonna do is gonna tell you how many gallons per minute is the machine running. The pressure is gonna be really low, maybe about 140 psi, and that's just free flow, right? Whatever you're getting through the system. So run it like that for about 3 minutes, and then you can start closing applying pressure. So this knob, what it's gonna do is gonna simulate that you have a hammer or any other attachment connected to the flow meter. And for example, for any of the bigger hammers, the operating pressure is gonna have to be about 24 to 2600 psi, right? And then also something that you have to keep in mind, you see that there's a setting pressure. The setting pressure, that's the pressure that is going to have to be inside of the excavator. That's what you see on the panel. The operating pressure, it always applies to the hammer, and that's the number that you're going to get in here when it comes down to the pressure and the gallons per minute that you're going to require. So what you want to try to achieve is that you have to put all the pressure that you're going to require for your hammer or your any other attachment on the flow meter. So you have to start turning into the right. Let's say we're installing a hammer and it's going to require 2400 psi. So you start applying pressure until you see on your pressure gauge that you reach the 2400 psi's, and then you look at the gallons per minute, and let's say for example a hammer that requires about 2400 psi's is going to require between 42 to 63 gallons per minute. So that's the number that you want to see on the pressure when you're doing the flow test. So if you could get 63 gallons per minute, 2400 to 2600 psi's, you will be good to go. Like I said, it all depends on the hammer that you're running. Always make sure that you look at the operating manual, depending the attachment that you're going to connect, and you should be good to go. When you purchase a hammer, you get the owner's manual with it. At the end of the book, you're going to be required to fill out the warranty delivery report. So right here you have to enter all the information, the carrier and the attachment information, and this is where you could write down all the information when you're doing the flow test on the units. Make sure that you put all your information and the date that you install the hammer, and this is going to help you in case you have any issues with the hammer later on. And remember, the reason that it's important to flow test these units is because you want to be able to get the best performance out of your equipment. The closer you get to the numbers when it comes down to the pressure and gallons per minute, the best performance you will get out of them. Take care and we'll see you in the next video.